Two years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Right? All right. What happened since?
Well,
tell us a little bit. Where are you working? In what marketplace?
Well, I work in Sardinia, and my marketplace is pretty much residential marketplace. It's a community of about 150,000 people, and the average price of 150 to 200,000 euros per house, per property.
How much?
200,000.
Yeah.
House average.
Okay.
And we have both residential and touristic market because being an island, so we have also people coming also from Germany or from any other place in Europe and the world coming buy houses in our island. And since I met Tom Ferris, you said all changed. I mean, it was quite an impact on me that year.
Okay. Do you have a lot of competition on the island?
I thought before joining Remax was a huge competition. As soon as I joined Remax and I've seen all the tools they provided me with, my competition just disappeared. All right.
Bravo Massimo.
Actually, it was overwhelming to me because I had to get my tools back on track and see, okay, it helped me understand what my competitors were doing. So I didn't have to really show off everything what Remax actually told me to do. Just had to show bit by bit, and as soon as the competitors start actually doing what I was doing, trying to copy, I was always one step ahead of them. So it actually helped me out to be branding myself in my community.
Let's see how you brand yourself. Please show us the marketing materials you sent us. Tell us a little bit about what we see here.
Yeah, on the right side is my marketing plan. So what I found out, sometimes it was difficult going to listing appointments and talking about a lot about me and Remax. So it was about building the rapport with the people. I had in front and their needs. So either I send before the marketing plan, so they can actually look it up before I come and have some question ready, or it can be during the presentation at the end. If they want to talk about it, it gives me an idea about how.
So the right thing is your marketing plan, and you
will
send
exactly.
it before you come for the listing presentation.
Exactly.
And how would you send it to them? By mail?
By mail, by email. It depends what kind of technology the client has. Let's say if he's a 50-year-old person, you have to send it by mail in my city. If he's like a young guy like myself, and you send it by email, by Facebook, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But the point is that actually they've got, you just build a report with the client, and they, after that, have that in their house, they can read anytime. All my competitors, I found out they don't do it, okay. So they will remember me when they need something, on when they decide to give me the listing.
Cool. What's the left thing?
Left thing is just listed flyer. Is something I use to market my properties. The only paperwork I use, because nowadays, even in my city, is all online, it's all internet and portals. But this one helps me out making. When I'm getting a listing important as that one, making understand the seller how important is the work I can do for them and the exposure I will have for Remax and for what I do in the local market. And second, because like it's going to help me out branding myself among the community while delivering it to people, or delivering it depends on the target of the property I'm trying to market.
Let me ask you something, Massimo. The Sardinia, how many property sales are happening in Sardinia?
Well, we have two main cities in Sardinia right now. North, Sassari, and South, which is another city, the bigger one. And we, in our city, our farming area, there are happening about 1,000 sales per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, that's pretty good. And half of it is for sale by owner, private sales?
50% is for sale by owners. 50%, okay. Which is kind of really interesting, because before joining Remax, I was scared about for sale by owners. Yeah. And now it's so funny to just go set appointments, knowing all the objection, all the script, and it just was easy to get along with them.
Fantastic, great. What else do you have?
As soon as I try to market myself in the social media world in all manner possible. Anything that comes about, anything new, I try to join that, and it's gonna, to me, be more simple to actually market myself, to brand myself. That is the heading of my website. I'm kind of ahead to my competitors, so as soon as I made my website, I figured out that some of my competitors didn't even have a website for their company. Okay. So I use website, I use social networks, Facebook, Instagram, social account, videos, anything that comes available and handy for letting the community know, even the people who knows me, but I don't get in touch with them a lot. They know I'm a realtor, so they can actually look me up for any consultancy, or if they want to sell, or if they want to buy. So it's, you need to build up a strategy, but definitely if you are resilient, that is going to work.
You mentioned before that you know all the objections the FISPOs have, and you're not afraid of them anymore. How did you learn how to handle these objections?
Well, there were two ways to learn it. I started practicing rehearsal with some colleagues, rehearsal in the mirror, and then after that I said, okay, let's try to, I'm ready now. So I started doing as many appointments, as many prospecting as I could, and I became better and better. Now to me it's like, I'm like a machine. I can keep focused on the client, and anything that comes from his mouth, I know already the answer. So that is going to really overcome fear, overcoming the objection, and you know that if you want, you can win.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you very much. Sonia, well, it's great having you here. You've been to the European Convention last year.
Yes, it's nice to be here.
Yeah.
And last Wednesday, after that, I was so pumped of motivation to start new things. And I'm coming a little down. There is some 130,000 people living there, and there is realtors.
Again, you're not in Helsinki, right?
Yes.
You're outside of Helsinki,
yeah.
right?
I'm living like 250 kilometers to north from Helsinki, so it's middle of Finland.
Is he bothering you?
Yes.
Okay.
And there is like 120 realtors in our competitors.
Okay.
Yes, and we have quite a small office, only 4 agents is working, and our selling price is some 2,000 per square meter. It little depends, and average rate of commissions for me right now is like between 3,000 to 7,000 euros
per transaction.
Per transaction.
Excellent, yeah. And I know you're doing some cool marketing things to promote yourself as the local expert.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit what you're doing?
What
we see here?
This newsletter is a sample we all get in last year in Gowensen, and I was contacted with Mark Arnstein, got some ideas, and the first page is its left side. There is a little lines. There is something from me, personal stuff, and center there is a short, like marker analyze. There is prices and how many transactions, for example, flats and houses. And the other side, this second place, it's like no so officials. There is always my newest my news listings, and one recite, like I don't think, is there some Easter here?
Yeah, it looks like you have 2 Easter bunnies over there.
Yeah, it's Easter, and then there is some tips for how to make your home more attractive when you, for example, sales.
Okay, and how is that working for you? Are you what's the feedback? I mean, if you're doing this newsletter, what's the reaction of the people? How do you deliver it? What is their reaction?
First, I delivered it myself. After that, my friends helped me. I took some 700 households that I delivered, and I have got a feedback that people are starting to know me, who I am, my name. I have been working in Remax for years, and very active 2 years. So I think everybody in Jyväskylä, in my town, started to know me, who I am and where I'm working. And I actually have got one listing from doing these newsletters, and I delivered like 8 times this.
Okay, fantastic. So you're not a secret agent anymore in your town, right?
No.
So the cat is out, they all know now you're in real estate, right?
Yeah.
And how is that? Is that bad or good?
Of course, it's a good thing. Yeah. And here is my example, like, got sold. I always, maybe after 1 week when the just selling transaction, I just delivered like near of the house, but that gets sold.
Fantastic.
Or like, maybe there is some 50 or 100 or 200 pieces.
Excellent. Great. Well, thank you very much, Sonia.
Thank you.
It's good having you here.